Hello, man. How are you?
I'm fine. Who was talking to us?
Just 1 second. Bear with me. I'm trying to set up my my things around here.
All right.
Since no one wanted to talk, I wanted to get up and really have a discussion with you, respectful, of course.
That's nice, my friend. You are welcome. And you are a Muslim, right?
Sorry?
You are a Muslim, correct?
Basically, yeah, I'm pendling, and I really want to talk about you about a lot of things.
No, I want a clear answer. Are you a Muslim or not?
At this point, I'm pendling, but I really need some answers. You know, I really need to talk out my mind and see where we can agree and where we can disagree.
So you are a Muslim.
If that's all right for you, but if that's not all right, I can just get off.
No, for me, I want to know. I'm talking to who? So you are a Muslim, yes or no?
Pendling. That means basically doubt is creeping up.
Oh, you have a doubt about Islam. Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead. What do you want to say to me?
Hold on, let me get up my shit, because this is really interesting for me, because my background is Muslim family and all that, and I really had hard time throughout my childhood trying to describe the things with logic and with truth, with what you can call it, transparency. But there's a lack of all of those things in the religion. So I mean, I'm really trying to find out why it is as it is, you know.
All right. Well, I will be happy to help you, my friend. Go ahead. What do you want to say to me?
Basically, once you speak about Allah and basically who He is as I wouldn't say a person, but as a creator, you come up with writings from the Hadith and from the Quran of approximately how it is. So what I really want to know is, when you discuss this topic with Muslims, hard believers, and they would be saying like, you have no right to think about him, you have no right to imagine him, because even that is haram. It's not allowed. And so I'm stuck between this barrier, not really having to imagine someone I put my whole life into, believe in, and think that could save me, based on the beliefs on there's being hell and heaven. And so at the same point, not being able to reconcile with my own thoughts, to see or imagine, even imagine, think about this great God that I am supposed to be following.
Okay. Well, first of all,
who is?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, who is this God then?
You see, if you go in the Quran, chapter 23, verse number 14, this is a verse supposedly present how Allah He created us as a human. So He said He fashioned the drop of a clot, and then He fashioned it into a dead blood. Here you see right away that this God who claimed to be God, the creator, He don't even know how the baby is created, because, you know, stating that we are sperm who become a dead blood, and then that dead blood became a baby, is stupid. Secondly, in the verse there, depending on the translation, you will see it says, فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. Allah is the best of the creators. So every translation is different. Some, they give correct translation. They say the best of the creators. Some, they say the best to create. But even if they say the best of to create, because if He is the best to create, that means there's other creators, but His creation is best, right? And if Allah is the only creator, and this is the only idea of worshipping Allah, that because He is the creator, so how Allah can be the best of the creators? So Muhammad at that time, he was arguing with those people who believe in other gods, and obviously Muhammad, he believed in them too, but he is saying my God is better than your God, so let us worship high God, not the lower one, because He is the best of the creators. So Muhammad, through stages in his life, he was trying to create a religion. He don't have one really. He is following what the pagan Arab they do before him. Their God name is Allah. This is what the Quran says. The Arab, they are called mushrikeen because they associate with this Allah other gods. And by Muhammad saying that Allah is the best of the creators, he accepts that they are gods and He is God. But Allah is the best of the gods who create. So obviously Islam is a pagan cult. It's a collection of religion and somebody trying to establish a religion. He don't have one. That's why Muhammad, Muhammad is confused about what to take and what not to take. So in the beginning, he stopped going and praying toward the Kaaba. I think you know that, correct? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the Kaaba is the house of Allah,
yeah, I can.
Why Muhammad stopped praying to it? Because in the beginning, he was trying to be, with the Christian is a Christian, he's like Obama. With the Christian is a Christian, with the Muslim is a Muslim, with the Jews is a Jew, with the atheist is an atheist. So Muhammad in the beginning, he abandoned the Arab religion. He copied from it just the name of the God. He don't want to kiss the black stone no more. He don't want to go around the Kaaba no more. He don't want to do Hajj no more. And then suddenly, when he gave up with the Christians and the Jews, that they will not believe in him anyway, he decided to switch his religion and go back to follow the God of the Kaaba and to make the Kaaba a station of worship. And actually even the Hadith report that the one who made him change the direction of the Kaaba is not Allah, it is Umar ibn al-Khattab. This is why the Hadith says that my Lord agreed with me, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things. Some they say 10 things, some they say 5. So one of them is the hijab, one of them is the Kaaba, one of them is divorcing Muhammad's wives. And the hadith says that Allah, he sent the verses as I mentioned, as I said. So the verses revealed by Allah is as I said. So what kind of God he take from a man? He is not a prophet. He take from him verses and he make it Quran. Why Allah he take the opinion of a man to change the direction? Even the Quran says, like if you ask the Muslims, is the Kaaba is a choice of Allah? They say, yeah, this is the house of Allah. Okay, but look, the Quran says Allah will give you a direction which you like, you accept. So it was not a choice of Allah, it was a choice of Muhammad. Chapter 2, verse 144, it says that we see that you are turning your face around. Muhammad did not know which direction he should pray for. So he prayed to Jerusalem because he was living with the Jews. Then Muhammad, he is, so Muhammad now in the stage, he's trying to make an excuse how I can change the direction of the prayer, go back to the Kaaba. So he gave them this verse. So we see that the turning of the face of you, Muhammad, for guidance to the heaven. Now we shall turn thee to the Qibla direction, that shall please thee. So Umar, he said to Muhammad, let us change to the direction of the Kaaba. Muhammad, he liked the idea. Muhammad, he made a verse, says, Allah told me to change the direction, and now we pray to the direction of the Kaaba. As you see.
There's a lot of good things you're saying now, but the thing is, with all of it, it's so contradicting. It's a contradiction on top of contradiction, which really doesn't. When you try to cement something as a religion, it will be very shaky. As you say, when there's a lot of things that contradict each other, it really doesn't get off as a really steady religion. Firstly, and what I think about that is like you can make up a lot of arguments about what is being said in the Hadith or what is saying about the Quran. The thing that really troubles my mind is that at points when people get to a certain time when they think this is wrong, this is right, and so they say, well, we condemn this because this is not a part of who we are today, and so I really be thinking about that and think about okay, so you say you condemn this, but the Quran is made for us humans to set a rule for how we can live our life, so we can actually come to a better place after life. And so we'll be thinking about that, and the first thing that pops up to my mind is, of course, the contradictions And so the second thing is, this book has been written for someone to live their life back then. And how do we know that? That based on what you said previously, that he rather don't want it to be written because he talks too much, and when he talks too much, it becomes a huge contradiction.
You see, it's not when you say,
get what I'm saying?
when you say that it was written for people to live at that time. No, even that is not true. Let me tell you why. I will give you an example. If Muhammad, he made an order that God he gave him, and that fit for that time, should Muhammad change the order after 2 weeks or 2 days? He claimed it's coming from God. So if it is fit for that time, then Muhammad should not, and the Muslim should not have seen something called abrogation of the Quran. So as an example, chapter 2 verse 178. O who you believe in the law of equality is prescribed for you in the case of murder, free for the free, slave for the slave, women for the women. People, they start dying laughing at this law, because what Muhammad said, in the case of murder, if a man, a free man, white man, he killed a white man, the white man would not be killed. We kill his slave. Sorry, if a white man killed a white man, we kill the white man. If a white man killed a slave, slave for the slave, we kill his slave. If a woman, she killed a woman, or if a man killed a woman, we kill his woman. What kind of law this law is? So Muhammad, he implemented such a stupid law. He thought this is what Moses believed. He thought this is the eye for an eye. So Muhammad the thief, he wanted to practice eye for an eye, and because he is an idiot, he did not know what eye for an eye mean. So he said, okay, if a free man killed, we kill a free man. If a slave man killed, we kill a slave. But now we will have two victims: the first slave who was killed, and the second slave of the one who killed the slave. And if you go and read the interpretation, you will see that's this is abrogated. Okay, why Allah? This is in the case of murder. Like, what happened? Is the murder changed? Why the penalty of murder will be changed in a few weeks? It's a murder. So when Muhammad, he gave this verse claiming that Allah told him, and he saw the reaction of the people about such a stupid verse, he decided to change it and abrogate it. A clear sign that Muhammad is a fraud. If you go in the Quran, in different verses, it says Muhammad, he cannot recite the Quran twice correctly. So Muhammad, he come with a verse saying, if we give you a verse, chapter 2 verse number 106, and the Muslim that in the chat, they are saying I'm lying, read it in front of you. None of our revelation, chapter 2 verse 106, do we abrogate or cause to be forgotten? Okay, why Allah, he just gave a verse, he wanted to be caused to be forgotten? He just gave you the verse. And this is against what Muslims, they say that nobody forget the Quran, when even Allah saying Allah caused you to forget the Quran. So Muhammad here trying to explain why he's forgetting the Quran. And then, but we substitute something better or similar. What kind of God he says such a thing? Allah is going to make Quran better than his Quran? What does that mean? So Muhammad is saying, okay, we forget Quran. We are, I say things I don't, I don't remember. I'm a liar, and okay. But don't worry, be happy. Allah will give me better Quran. Or in the Western area, we will get similar. So why Allah will give you a similar Quran, but He will make you forget the Quran, which is similar? Do you see it? I mean, it's in front of you. Did God did that to Moses? He says to him, I will cause you forget the Quran, the Torah, and I will make you similar Torah. What does that mean? How this can be from God? Obviously it's not. And if you go and read the interpretation of this verse, this is chapter 2 verse 106, you will see the Arab, they were making fun of Muhammad, saying, this is Muhammad, he gave his followers, and he enjoyed them an order in the morning, he changed it second morning. I mean, the guy, he changed the law in the speed of light. It's not like, you see, let's say like Muhammad came after Moses, a long time, so there's some change. No, this is the same guy. He go to sleep, he wake up, he have new things. He have a new order. Look at this. Here it says, when the disbelievers began to deride the matter of abrogation, saying that one day Muhammad enjoy his companions to one thing, and then the next day he forbid it. Are you with me, my friend? So if this is from God,
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear
okay,
you.
so let us assume that this is from God. Okay, no problem. So God now, he gave him Allah. Okay, wonderful. The guy, in the morning he gave him Allah. He go to sleep, he woke up second day, he says, I forbid it. How that can be true? And look, this is not a Christian saying, this is the Muslim interpretation for the verse. This is their highest scholars. Because I know they will say to you, he's lying. He's lying. I'm reading for you what is in your Islamic books. And those are your top scholars. So he gave them Allah in the morning. He go to sleep. He wake up, he forbid it. What? Allah make a mistake?
Do you know what I think about scholars, the Muslim scholars? Oh, my bad. You go.
Who care about the scholars, my friend? All of them, they are donkeys for me. I call them scholars. Those are scholars for Muslims, not for me.
No, yeah, but what I'm trying to tell here is basically, the way Muslim scholars are looking at text is so, in that sense, they kind of cherry pick something that they think could fit to what makes sense, and so that I'm in the point.
My friend, in Islam, there's nothing is called makes sense. Even the Muslim, they don't say, like, you can go watch Muslim videos, they say the Quran is irrational, you know, it doesn't make sense. So he says you cannot make it make sense, you know. This is how Allah he wanted, that's it. Even the Quran says that there's a huge part of the Quran nobody knows what Allah meant save Allah. So what sense? And what makes sense in this? Let us say I want to follow Islam, and then you are a prophet, I'm existing in your time, and then you say to me, it is haram to do this. Second day you say it's allowed to do this, and the day after you say it is haram. It's a, you know, even the muta, Muhammad, he forbid it, he allowed, then he forbid it, then he allowed, then he forbid it. What's wrong with you? So the Arab they noticed that this is going to be from God. Like, why God want to give you even a Quran and he will make you forget the Quran? And what is the purpose? To give you similar Quran. It's like it's like saying to you, I'm going to burn your house, and then I will burn you the same one. I will build you with the same one. So why you burn it? You know? Your house is like 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
I say I'm going to destroy your house, and I will make a house for you, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So why you did that? What's the point? So here Muhammad, he is suffering or struggling to make himself look like a prophet. So he's trying to fix his mistakes by changing what he gave them yesterday. He's trying to fix it. There's no way that Allah, if he's God, he will do that. So my friend, I invite you to leave Islam right now. What do you think?
You know what I've been thinking about this is that the contradictions about the Islam and basically as I've picked up since I've my exams I've been doing a lot of because I'm still not finished with my this is my last semester, so I'm finishing up, and I've been I had some presentations about fairy tale and this one guy. This one researcher that I don't remember his name right now, he managed to get out all the rules for how you can make a fairy tale. And this is what's interesting about that. It's that how you can tell it in such a way that you can leave it as it was a time that you can't question the time before, and also make up the rules that it's similar to fantasy, and at the same time hold someone around the neck long enough so they don't leave. And so that you never hear about a Muslim becomes ex-Muslim. You hear only a Muslim goes missing, That's the hard thing about leaving it, you know,
No,
because
no, no.
you're
This,
so
you see,
stuck
no,
in
this
it.
is no. This is
And
not
the
true.
sad truth is,
No, my friend,
you're born in it.
No,
It's
no,
like,
no, no, no.
imagine if I was born a Jew.
No,
Would I become a Muslim?
you are
I
wrong.
would stay a Jew.
Yeah, let me tell you, you are wrong. If you go in history, you will see the second the day Muhammad he died, there's tens of thousands of Muslims left Islam immediately. This is why it's called the War of Apostate. So Muhammad was not able to put them and force them to be a Muslim unless the sword is there. And this is the same today. So when you say it's hard to see somebody leaving Islam, no, there is a lot of people leaving Islam because Islam is gang. People don't go in the street and make videos says, I left Islam, because they knew the consequence. So you are mistaken in this point. And people are leaving, and there's a lot of people questioning, and they are out of Islam already. But how you can know? I mean, if you they ask Ahmadinejad, he says in Iran we have 0 gays.
No, that's possible.
They have zero. Listen. They have 0 gay in Iran. They have 0 atheist in Islam. I mean, in Iran. They have 0 gay in Saudi Arabia. They have 0 atheist in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
They have 0 Hindu in Saudi Arabia. They have 0 Christian in Saudi Arabia. Why? Because nobody have a freedom. So it's not because they are soak of it, but because there's no freedom to know who is a believer or not. Everybody is forced to say he's a believer. Even the Quran says that those who convert to Islam, they are liars. You know, when the Arab they says we believe, Muhammad he said to them, don't say we believe, say we are Muslims, aslamna. Okay, so you are not soaked into it. It's a choice you make. And today we are in the world of the internet, and you can do a lot of things. You can change things. I understand if you live in a Muslim country, it is not easy. You have to hide it, otherwise they will do something to you. But I believe things is changing so fast. All right. In chapter 49.
Yeah, but the only thing.
Yeah.
My bad.
Chapter 49, verse number 14. When the Arab they say we surrender to Islam, Muhammad said to them, Allah said to them, don't say we are believers. Say we surrender to Allah. We are Muslims. So don't say we believers. Say we are Muslims. Imagine. Don't say we believe. Say we are Muslims. I mean, even their book saying that they don't believe, but they are Muslims. Allah telling them to call themselves Muslims, but not to call themselves believers. And here you see that this religion of hypocrisy, what Muhammad want is people to surrender by the sword, not who don't care about you believe or not. Surrender, join my army, attack with me, I will give you bounty. Kill with me, not kill for me, not killing me. That's what he want. So he was establishing a gang, and the gang have a title. It's called Allah and the Prophet. Whoever fight under that gang, he get a booty, he got money, he got shares. That is Islam, and this is why Islam grow, because those who don't have a job, those who have suffering, let us attack other nations. The Roman are rich. That's why Muhammad said to them, attack the Roman and get the blondie girls. He was tempting them by the women and by the money. So my friend, again, I don't want to repeat my question, because either you are convinced or you are not. Why you don't say I'm out of Islam? Are you with me? Hello? Hello? Okay, well, maybe we lost him. Maybe he don't want to say, I don't know. Maybe he's scared to say I'm out of Islam. This is your business. I don't want to force you to say it in public. You hear me now? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, okay, I lost you for some reason. So,
Yeah,
so my friend, why you don't say I am out of Islam? I mean, after all of this, do you still really want to say I'm a Muslim? Hello? We lost you again.
The last 30 seconds, I can hear you.
Okay, so what is your decision, my friend, about Islam? What do you think?
To be honest, deep down, I want to be free, and so I am. I am physically free, but it is a huge, huge psychological trap which you are born in, and so I want to be free, and the only way I can be free is truly by exposing myself to something. It's in that point I would disagree on heavily, and I will look into it and something I agree with, so it confronts each other, and so I can progress. It's just how it is. Like humans have, psychologically speaking, humans have high incentive to not be willing to lose something instead of gaining something, because psychologically speaking, if you lose something, it's game over. It's death. And
No,
so
you see, I don't know how you think, but I don't think I'm losing anything, because simply it's a belief, and if this belief,
I'm not talking about.
Yeah, if the belief is stupid, I'm not losing a stupid.
Talking about my freedom.
I know. No, you are not.
My freedom.
You are not losing your freedom if you leave Islam. You are gaining your freedom, because Islam makes you, even to go to the bathroom, there's rules. Even to the way you eat here, there's rules.
Exactly.
So when you leave Islam, you are gaining freedom. Exactly. You are not losing freedom. Islam control you. Islam is a controlling cult. And Muhammad, he created tons of controlling rules, so you will not be busy thinking.
It's what I'd say too. It's what I say too.
Yeah. So again, I'm going to ask you, why you don't say I'm out of Islam? I'm not going to repeat this question again.
Oh yeah, I'm not conflicting in any way, like with your question.
I'm asking you now, why you don't say, why you don't want to leave, my friend? You want to leave or not? You want to leave Islam or not?
And my philosophy, Abdul.
Huh?
Sorry, let me get to this one thing. My philosophy.
My friend, don't tell me about your philosophy. My friend, your philosophy is your philosophy.
The religion.
I'm here to help you to get understanding of what is right, what is wrong. So, based on what we said, not in philosophy or my philosophy, based on what we said and the proof we provide, is Islam is from God or it's false? I want an answer from you. Is it from God or false?
From what you've been providing, I wouldn't really necessarily go out and say, "Hey, God is real."
This is not the question.
Is
Islam from
your point? I wouldn't say God is real. And again, here's the thing.
Okay, my friend, you are wasting my time. Sorry. No. You see, I don't want to hear talk about philosophy. You don't want to say, no problem. Just keep it, in your pocket. Say what you want to say. Because obviously, you are scared to say, well, this is garbage. You agree with me, but you don't want to say it. We got the answer already. I don't like too much liquidation in the answers. Either yes or no. So you agree Muhammad obviously is a liar. You agree the Quran is full of contradiction. You agree it doesn't make sense. But still you don't want to say, I'm out of Islam. Already you did. We have a Muslim question here. I'm going to answer it. I am a Muslim too, and I heard strange things about Ya'juj wa Ma'juj. That there are billions of people living, I think he wants to say, living between a wall or mountains. Can you explain? My friend, your prophet, he said, as long as you are a Muslim, so I have to say your prophet, he says that each one of the Gog and Magog, before he died, he make 1,000 equal to us. So from every human, there's 1,000 of Gog and Magog. So if we are 7 billions, then there is 7 trillions from Gog and Magog. And Gog and Magog are not even human. They look weird, to the point a person, he sleep inside his ear. It's like a tent, So you are questioning, okay, where are they, right? They are behind the mountain. But all of us, we knew that satellite, they scan all the earth. And what mountains is that where Gog and Magog is hiding behind? And the idea of that those people or this creation, they cannot come out of those mountains is proving that Quran believe that there's earth is flat and those mountains are separating the earth. So we have, because even if I have a mountain, I can go from different direction and I can cross to the other side. What does that mean? So what if there's a mountain? Let's say between me and you and the Himalaya. Is that the only way for me to go to India is to go through the Himalaya? You know what I mean? So Muhammad, he made it so clear. In the same time, again, he copied a fiction story. He made a story about it. Even in his time, he says that Allah, he said, look at this false prophecy. This is Sahih Bukhari. Muhammad, he wake up and he says, "Are we to the Arab?" Okay, what happened to the Arab? What happened? He says, today a hole has been opened in the dam of Gog and Magog like this. He's scared, he's terrified. Arab, get ready, they are coming to you. And the Prophet, he made a circle with his index. So a circle like this, is it scaring the hell of you? Do you see it? So Muhammad, he made a prophecy that the Gog and Magog, they are coming in his time. And this is a sign of Judgment Day. And where are they? Another stupid fiction story. Do we have any Muslim want to say anything about this story? Anyone? All those stories are very funny and very stupid. And those people, they will fight with their arrows, and those people, they will attack everybody, they will control the earth. I mean, what he's talking about? Where are they? Look how many hadith, all of this, just you search Gog and Magog in the website of the Muslims, you will find endless number of stories about Gog and Magog. Well, he is scared for his life. No problem, my friend. I don't want you to say something will hurt him, but I understand he left Islam. Actually, he's a very nice guy. I'm not against him, but for me, you know, I have things to do. Here we go. Actually, he said I am out of it already. Yeah, the person is very nice. I mean, I'm not against him, but you know, for me, I like to see the result of the fruits of my work. Either I was be able to help him or not. I'm not going to show what his name in Paltalk, but this is what he said to me. Thanks for what you provide, whatever. I am out. I was about to briefly sum up. All right. So thank you very much for your answer. You want to call me again to say loud, clear, I am out of Islam so people hear you? Feel free. This is what I wanted to hear from you, you know. So he's out of Islam. I'm happy for him. Yeah. Here you will see, look, Muhammad, he said here, in this hadith. He's talking about Gog and Magog. Hello? Hello?
I am out of Islam. Like, it's nothing that can take up more of my time or my mind capacity. I'm out of it.
All right, that's wonderful, my friend. I want to hear from you because I don't want to waste your time and my time. You know, I understand the way.
No, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, you know,
I'm grateful for the opportunity that you've granted me this knowledge. Thank you.
Oh
so
no,
much.
I'm here to serve everybody, my friend. I'm not really, I'm not here to put you down or even not to speak to you. But in the same time, we have to come to a conclusion as adult, and the conclusion, obviously, you agree with me, Islam is false. So I was wondering why you want to say it. So now
I'm not supporting that.
Yeah. So you agree that Islam is false, and that's wonderful. Now let me ask you then, what do you think about Christianity? As long as you agree Islam is false.
I think more about my philosophy, actually, about coming to what I was about to sum up is coming to this world. How I see is just as a wave, and what I can do in the ocean as a wave before I get back into the ocean, become a part of everything.
What is the wave? What the word wave mean?
It's an example. It's how I look to see it.
I understand, but when we use an example, we should understand the example. So what the word wave mean?
A wave, it's like basically a part of an ocean. It comes up and goes down. It's briefly an explanation of the ocean and
the wave is not really what you're saying. The wave is a reaction of an action. So you throw a rock on the water, and that rock push its size and its weight inside the water, and that cause a force to cause a wave. So if you are just a wave,
or a wind,
if you are just a wave, which is reflection of an action, then you don't want to be the action yourself. Why you don't be the rock itself who can make waves? So if I am you, I say to myself, I'm not going to be the wave. I'm going to be the one who make waves. So I'm going to make a wave between the Muslims, and wave of Muslims will leave Islam because Islam is a cult. So there's a huge difference for us to be someone who is reflected, or let us say we are a reaction of an action of somebody, or we are the action. Which one is the one is more active, the action or the reaction? So in the law of physics, reaction is, let us say, it's a victim of the action. It's not really the one who is doing things. So if I am you, I will change the way I see myself in the philosophy way, as long as you like philosophy, and then I will choose to be the rock who, if it jump in the water, I will cause the water to make waves, and my wave will go to the end of the other side of the world. So if I am you, I choose to be a wave creator, generator, so my waves can come to others, not just a person who get reflection of others. So establish yourself with your philosophy, understand yourself first, and understand that you are a person who created by God for a reason, and that reason is to be you, a person who generate, not a person who reflect. That's why he said to us in the Bible that not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, or God, God, he will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So it is the will of the Father, but it is your will too. So either you are a generator or a reflector. Which one you want to be? For me, I choose to be a person who generate in agreement with the one I believe in. It's my generation too. I generate. So the will of God, I agree with it. So I do the will of God, but still it is my will, even though it is the will of God. So for me, I like you to thinking about things differently.
Do you also, Abdul, do you also think that God is so mighty and so that he understands the feelings of us creatures, us humans, that we are under a difficult time?
My friend, and you are not God is
like not being the rock.
Yeah,
in your sense.
God is not waiting for you to be a genius. He knew what he created of you. You are his creation, right? So he knew exactly each one of us limitation, because the limitation of each one of us is different. We are not the same. So there is some of us, we are very limited. Some of us are smarter. So that's not your fault. So God will judge you based on your limitation and how much gift he gave you. It's like somebody, the Bible have many parables. So I give you some money and says, go and invest this money. So it's not fair that somebody, I gave him $1,000 to invest, and then I want him to bring back, return $1. So it should be way more. But if I give other person 50 cents, and then he invested and he make it $1, that makes sense that he is a good person because he was able to invest in what I gave him. So God, he knew what he gave you, and God, he will judge you by the gift you receive. He's not going to judge all mankind equally based in rules only, but he will judge them by the equal gift they receive. If somebody is born with disability, let us say, there's many people, they have an illness, they are born with it. Is it fair that those people, they don't believe in Jesus, they will go to hell? No, because they don't know even what are you talking about. They are born this way. So God, because he is beautiful, he have a beautiful justice too. And the beautiful justice of God is going to rule.
He does?
Not the aggression, not
He
the
does?
oh yeah, not the aggression, you know, because always people they think about God that he is aggressive, he is, you know, he is he will torture us, he will. God, he is loving to you, and because he love you, he will judge you based in what you receive. If you did not receive it at all, like what if somebody he live in the jungle of Brazil and never heard about Jesus? God will judge those people based in
But
what
God
they...
only loves us at an extent. Is that right
Sorry?
or is that wrong?
Sorry, I don't hear you. Go ahead.
God only loves us at an extent. Like, why would it be that God loves us so much, so highly, that he didn't allow us paradise and had to base the entirety of a choice of two people?
No, actually, my friend.
Like, I'm not trying to jump from an Islamic tree to a Christian tree. I'm trying to get down to the ground.
No problem. My friend, God, he allow you to stay in heaven. It is you who decide to leave. Because when I invite you to my house, and I say to you, okay, let us say I own an apartment business or a house, and I rent it to you. And I say, please, if you bring somebody else to this house to live with you, I will kick you out. And you agree, right? So you agree in the terms and the conditions, and then you break the terms and the conditions. So it is you who decide to leave. It's mistakenly to think that God, he kicked you out. It's you who kicked yourself out. Because if you did not break the terms and conditions of this heaven which he gave you as a gift, he loves you to the point he gave you a garden, not hell. And then you decide to do your own rules as if you own the garden. You are just a guest. And then you, by breaking the rules of the garden, you decide to leave. So how we can blame God for such a thing?
Well, the thing I think about is like grandparents that once had rented an apartment, and this landlord, the God, kicked them out, and so I was born in the streets, and so that really doesn't reconcile with me really good.
My friend,
what did I
for
do?
us as a Christians,
I was born here. This is my normal.
No problem. You see, you can make even your earth a paradise if you want. The Bible says, live, be holy like your Father. So the place is not the problem. It is us who is the problem. You see, Adam was in heaven. It's not the place was the problem. It was him, the problem. So if we want to make the problem is the location, we are just trying to divert our responsibility for what we do. It's like when Zakir Naik says, well, if women, if she wear nice a short skirt, well, men, they will rape her. What do you expect? So he's making it responsibility of the women who she's the victim, not the man to control himself. So either we say we don't want to be responsible for being a human, and we want to live like animals, and then we will not be responsible for anything. You know, a cat, she do what cat do. A dog, he do what dogs do. Correct? So a human should do what a human do. Then a human, he chose to be a filthy, he chose to be perverted, he chose to be a criminal, he chose to be a thief, he chose to be a killer, but yet the human have many help. Many who came to help him says, hey, don't do this, this is wrong. Even inside your God, he created you with some dignity to feel that this is evil, yet still you do the evil. So if we want to blame God for my evil, that is not fair. For it's not God who told you to be evil, it is you. But always you justify it saying, oh God, he created me. Oh God, he made me. So I'm being what he told me to be. No, you are not. It's just a way to take away your responsibility.
So based on so based on that statement, would you say I'm closer to God than you are? You being in,
I don't know what is my friend. I do not know who is inside you. I don't know how close you are to God. I don't know. This is between you and God. You see, in Christianity, we believe that God is a relationship with the person, not religion. So, for me, I believe that I am close to God when I do His will. I am not when I'm not. Very simple. So, the will of God is to believe in the Messiah, the Messiah who came to save me. If I reject his saving offer to me, I'm rejecting God anyway, and then I believe I'm far away from God. So for you to be closer to God than me, first of all, you need to be a person who believes in such a God, and you believe that you are going to be in a personal relationship with him. And that's why I'm saying to you, what do you think about Christ? So if you want to be close to God, you have to be close to God, to God himself, and that is Christ for me. Maybe you don't believe in Christ, maybe you will not believe, this is your business. But in my opinion, I believe to be close to God is to serve him by serving the people. Jesus, he washed the feet of his disciples. When the disciples, they said to him, Master, Lord, what are you doing? Now, we are the one who should wash your feet. He said, if you don't do it, you don't belong to me, I don't know you. So in Christianity, you want to be in heaven? You can be in heaven even if you are on earth. By being a servant, for that make you a master. As long as you like philosophy, how deep we can go more than this. To be a master, you have to be a servant. Why? Because Jesus, he wants you to earn your rank as a master by love, not by authority. You know what I mean?
And there's a lot. My thing is there's a lot of ways to earn a closer relationship with spirituality or the divine, as in whatever shape or form you want to conclude that is. I think that the way I can get closer to divine, or actually being a part of everything, is not to disturb everything, be a part of everything. It's like it damages me so much to think that there is a virus, corona, and it adapts, it mutates to actually live longer in the host. And so us humans, we are just like the virus. We are in this planet damaging it. We are killing other sentient beings, and so
my friend, don't confuse yourself about
that gets you closer to God.
My friend, don't go there. I mean, killing and thief. Why you want to go there anyway? I mean, is killing something we do every day? There's people that are criminals. So let us make it simple. I just say to you that Jesus wants you.
But let me ask you a question before you continue. Abdul, one quick question before you continue.
I'm not Abdul.
All right. What do you eat? What do you eat?
What I eat?
Do you eat meat?
Yeah, I eat meat.
Yeah, do you eat meat?
Yeah.
Do you eat something that had a life before?
I do.
Do you consider that as, if you cut that out, you'd be closer to God?
So you are trying, like, maybe you are copying from some philosophy that about eating vegetation, right? So is eating vegetation will not make you eating something have life? Isn't it vegetation have life too? So your philosophy here,
life, but it doesn't feel.
My friend, obviously you can shoot it out. No, your thinking is very shallow. I want you to go right now and search how you can grow tomato. How you can grow tomato so crazy? How they put a fish under the root of the tomato? Okay, but tomato is a tomato. The tomato is eating fish. So you think you're a vegetation person, you are eating vegetables, but the fact that the vegetables you are eating is eating fish. And you think you are a vegetarian, and now you are not harming anyone. That is a joke, my friend. People need to think deeply, and we are very shallow. No. This is vegetation. Being a vegetarian is not you not harming. You are harming everyone. If this is what the harm means for you, all what you do is eating others. You are eating others. You are
minimizing harm.
Anyway, my friend, we don't want to go like in a circle talk. I mean, there's no point of this, my friend. There's no point. But the idea of not to eat animals because that
harm and suffering to
no. Sorry, I have to let you go. I don't want to go there. I mean, this is really far away from my topic. But I understand how people, they, like super spirituality and, this crazy stuff, I eat plant because I don't want to eat harm animals. That is fake. Fake. You're faking things. For everything, eat everything. Remember carefully, this we saying that to you. Everything, eat everything.